Y'all see my shirt? I am tired of this shit. Hello, and thank you for watching and listening to another episode of the Podacity with Keita Rose. Here we dare to use our voices, have the audacity to own who we are, and vow, raise up your roses. We vow to never stop, never shrink, and most importantly,
Never! Shut up. It's just not gonna happen.
like, share, subscribe, talk shit in my comments, hit that bell notification so I can pop up on your timeline and tell me how you really feel. And I'm gonna tell you guys how I really feel about this whole EBT situation in whole, but also the Kevin Mccall situation, because I know that Kevin went viral and it wasn't pretty. So as you know, there's a government shutdown, and because of that, government employees aren't getting paid. And now we have a situation on our hands where EBT, aka SNAP benefits, are going to be cut off for November. Not only is it upsetting that elderly Americans, disabled Americans are not going to be able to get food benefits, are not going to be able to eat, lower class, if you will, Americans, right? I don't even like calling them that, right? Americans that don't make enough, Americans that are scraping day by day, paycheck by paycheck, and can barely afford to live, are not going to be able to eat come November. That's already an upsetting situation. On top of that, it's sad that people are using this situation as a way to be fucking racist, as a way to be racist. It's ridiculous. But what else do you expect, I guess, when you have such a racist regime going on? What else do you expect when you have a bigot for a president, a convicted felon for a president, an alleged pedophile for a president? Everything's alleged.
Everything's alleged, even my name, even my face. This is not a real video. I'm AI.
Speaking of me being AI, people on Instagram are starting to call me like AI Barbie. Like, oh, she must be fake. And I think it's because I'm so fine. Like, it's crazy. I just never thought that would be a compliment being thrown my way. But yeah, like, they're calling me AI Barbie. Yeah.
You'll see some of the YouTube specifically titles, welfare Americans freak out as food stamps get completely cut off this week. And as you can see, it's only black people that they're showing. Thank you, Benny Johnson, for letting us know. I actually clicked on his video and there was like an AI generated video of a big black fat man that's talking about, well, how am I gonna eat? Of course, racist people such as Benny Johnson are using AI generated videos to convey a message of what they think about black Americans. And they're using this EBT SNAP benefit situation to tell us exactly what they think about us. We're all on SNAP benefits. We're all on EBT. We're all on government assistance. You'll see a lot of that with self-hating black people, right? Black people that wish they were a different race. You'll see them say things like, well, it's good for black Americans that this is happening. You should get off your ass and work. Here's the thing. Any race of person, any able-bodied person should be working. I, as a single mom, I, as a black American, I, as a veteran, have never been on government assistance ever. My family's never been on government assistance. However, I don't use that as a way to shit on people. I don't use that as a reason why I feel like I'm better than Americans, why I feel like I'm better than black people. It's disgusting. And I just think it's so funny how white Americans are using this as a way to say black people are so poor, black people are so ignorant, uneducated. We can thank Charlie Kirk a lot for that. We can thank Charlie Kirk's rhetoric that he spread around America before he was murdered, because he wasn't assassinated, he was murdered. Before he was murdered, we can thank him for spreading all that nasty, racist, disgusting rhetoric against black Americans. We can thank him for that. So because white Americans are now so emboldened, they feel like they can call us names, call us the N-word. They were doing it before, but a lot of them were doing it behind closed doors. Now they're emboldened. Now they're gonna use AI generated videos to let us know exactly how they feel about us, right? So we have Michael Knowles, EBT freeloaders crash out. There's a big black eye on his screen. We have Lily Gaddis, don't know who she is. Apparently she's a very popular YouTuber. Black welfare recipients go insane after losing free government handouts. Okay, he decided to take like a modeling photo right by, like, ugh. What's funny about white Americans and white content creators using this time to be extremely racist and bigoted is that, they're purposely ignoring all the white EBT recipients. I've seen all up and down my timeline, baby, when I tell you
My algorithm is fried, dyed, and laid to the side.
I've seen nothing but white recipients of EBT and SNAP crying, saying that they can't feed their kids, saying that they can't feed their families, men screaming without teeth. Of course, none of them have teeth, of course. White men screaming about how unfair it is and about how they didn't vote for this MAGA, and maggots yelling and crying about how they don't know what they're gonna do and they're afraid of the future and they're afraid of their financial futures. That's what I've been seeing on my timeline. So it's weird that all these white content creators are making it a point to be like, black people, but that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna cherry pick. Instead of saying EBT recipients are going crazy and showcasing both white, black, Hispanic, and everything else going on, they're gonna use this situation to target black people as if we aren't being targeted enough. And this is why whenever there's a riot that goes on, this is why whenever there's a protest, this is why when this ICE situations are happening, a lot of black Americans, especially the 92%, which I am very proud to be a part of, the 92% are saying, we're not in it. We're not in it. Because no matter what happens to Americans, white content creators that will make it, and self-hating black people that will make it about race, that will say this is black people's fault. This lady made a very interesting post about what EBT cutoff actually means, you know? What it means is the grocery stores that benefit from having state programs like EBT are going to suffer because lower income people aren't going to use their food stamps to purchase food. And what that means is they're going to hike up the prices of food for Americans that are not on EBT. Does that mean anything? Approximately 11.1 million black American adults receive SNAP benefits, EBT benefits, as of 2020, which represents about 24.5% of the black population. On a per participant basis, black individuals make up about 26% of SNAP participants. Wow, that's a large number, but not in comparison to white people. Let's look at the facts. While white individuals make up the largest share at around 37%, I do not understand why this is being weaponized against black people. I'll never understand it. A lot of these maggots and MAGA folks don't want to admit that they fucked up, that they made a mistake, that they thought that they would not be a target of this administration, that they thought that this administration would target everybody else but them. A lot of people, all of us, are going to be directly affected and negatively affected by SNAP benefits cutting off. You're on this high hill of I'm better than, and what are you guys going to do? What were you guys doing with your October benefits?
Messages for all the people that are complaining that they're not getting their food stamps for November. What did you do with October's food stamp money? What'd you do?
They ate with it. They were eating with it. A lot of people are suffering financially. A lot of people could barely feed their families as is. And now the economy is going to shit. Be anything. Just don't be stupid. And now I understand why Trump says that he loves the poorly educated. And now I understand why the Department of Education was the first department that they tried to dismantle. Because if you're stupid, then we can get you to do anything. We can get you to believe anything. So speaking of EBT, everybody was talking about Kevin Mccall. If you don't know who Kevin Mccall is, he is a singer. A lot of people characterize him as a rapper, but he said specifically he is not a rapper. He is a singer-songwriter. Now, if you don't know what Kevin Mccall has sang, I didn't know. I'm not going to lie. I didn't know who Kevin Mccall was until this whole EBT situation. Kevin Mccall helped write a lot of Chris Brown's really popular songs like No BS, Strip.
Baby, we don't need to strip for this. I'ma do let's make a movie, yeah, starring you and me, yeah.
That is my shit.
Don't you be on no bullshit, yeah, but don't you be on that bullshit, no.
He went viral this week about being on EBT. He was on a podcast basically talking about how it's really incredibly unfair that Chris Brown, he's making $90 million. Chris Brown had posted that earlier this year on his story, letting us know that he just cleared $90 million. He's still doing very well. A lot of people don't like the fact that Chris Brown is still doing well because of the situation with Rihanna and the colorist situations, and people don't understand why Chris Brown is still Chris Brown, but you have to understand the influence of music. If you have a song or two that really touches somebody, we saw it with R. Kelly. People don't care. You see it with Diddy. Well, he made this album. Well, he's a businessman. They don't care how many children are in the basement. They don't care how many women are beaten. They don't care as long as you can make niggas diddy bop As long as you can make niggas. Diddy Bob, I think it was Andre 3000 that said they not listening. They just want to dance. You niggas aren't listening because they're not. People need distractions. And unfortunately, entertainment does that. It does just that. It distracts. And so Kevin Mccall was talking about, you know, Chris Brown's success during this whole Breezy Bowl tour and how it's unfair. You know, he said, just let me write the 4 songs that I owe you. Apparently, maybe they were in some type of a deal. Just let me write the 4 songs that I owe you so I could get at least, I don't know, $25,000. Then he proceeds to pull out an EBT card, shows everybody, says, I'm on EBT, and starts crying. Of course, everybody feels very bad because nobody likes when black men cry.
I got an EBT card, and it is at Breezy Bowl, and made 90 whatever the million, and it say KKKKK Mac. Can I get 25,000 for them 4 songs I owe you, bro? I just want to leave, bro.
Leading up to who he is.
I'm not even tripping though. I got an EBT card, my nigga. Like, what the fro? I can't even get nothing, bro, man. Y'all want to see me cry on here, so y'all can think I'm a bro. That ain't fair.
Hey,
I'm on EBT, bro.
Hey,
that's why.
Hey. Look, bro.
I'm down, bro.
I'm on EBT, smack. Look. Say my name, bro. That shit is bad. I had to go up in that by my face with a mask, like COVID, bro.
I, for one, do not like when black men cry. However, what I've noticed, especially in our community, is doesn't matter what happened, it doesn't matter who the person is. If a black man starts crying, it's, oh my God, all of us need to care. Yes, I do understand that. 1, I want black men to be more open about their mental health. 2, I want black men to be more vulnerable and able to cry. This is not embarrassing. I don't think he's a bitch. I think he said that during the interview. He's like, y'all just want me to cry so people can laugh at me and call me a bitch. I don't think that he's a bitch because he cried. I think he's a bitch because he beat on Eva Marcille. I felt bad. I don't think it's funny. I do understand how people that have never been in the entertainment industry or people that have never touched a certain amount of money, they have no really sympathy when it comes to people that have and losing all their money, rightfully so. It's like, hey, you've touched millions of dollars. I haven't made $1 million in my lifetime. I'll probably never make $1 million. We talked about in this episode, my family is scraping by. My family can barely eat. We don't know. Our SNAP benefits are cut off. You probably just got on EBT. What the fuck are you talking about? So yeah, a lot of people do not have sympathy for celebrities when they go broke. That's just what it is. I personally do because like I told you guys, I felt that before where you have all this money and you're getting all this, you have all this influence and all this money and all this, you know, whatever, perceived whatever, and then you lose it very quickly and you're like, wow, I don't know what to do. Well, what you should do is go back to fucking work, and that's what a lot of people are saying. Work a regular job. The one thing that I will say though, being somebody that everyone knows, being a known person, is you can't uncelebrity yourself. You can't unknown yourself, if that makes any sense, right? Once the world knows you, the world doesn't forget you. So when you go, like, let's say from being on a Chris Brown single, or from being on videos with Chris Brown, on tour with Chris Brown. To now you're working at Hobby Lobby or Quicken Loans, yeah, you're gonna face scrutiny. People are gonna be like, oh shit, you fell off. Oh wow, I thought you were big, but now you're not. You're a loser, you're a bum, you're poor. We saw that with Young Jock when he was driving for Lyft.
About 30 to 40 days.
You sound like somebody I know.
Huh?
You sound like somebody I know.
I mean, somebody you know, like who?
I don't know. What's your name?
I told you. Are you? I just want to ask a question. Are you Young Jack?
Can you turn around?
I mean, I think y'all already put that part together, yeah.
Oh, so you must have fell off or something. Like, why is you?
I gotta fall off.
42 Doug said, before I go broke like Jock, fuck with that dog like Vic, right? So everybody made fun of the fact that like Young Jock went broke. That actor that had played with Tyler Perry, right? We saw him as a grocery store cashier and everybody was taking pictures of him. What happened to you? Well, first of all, let's just be clear and let's just be real here. Just because you are on a movie, just because you have a gig doesn't mean that lasts forever. You then have to find more gigs. A lot of people are blackballed. There's a lot of gatekeepers that continue to use the same actresses and the same actors in their movies, the same people in their songs, the same vixens in their videos. Like it's a hustle. It's a hustle just like you have to hustle when it comes to your corporate job, right? Like you might not ever get that position or that promotion. You got to keep working at it. You got to perfect some stuff. It's a hustle. So when people see you and they see like all these likes and all these this and all these that, they believe that you're famous. Don't ever look at me. If you guys see me working at Aldi's, you can take a picture if you want. Paper or plastic?
Paper or plastic? Oh, yes, I am Keita. Oh. Paper or plastic? I don't want to get fired. Can you move along? Move along! Move it along!
I don't want to get fired. What are you doing? Have you seen me working? It's because I need a job. If you see me Lyft driving, we can do a TikTok together. At the end of the day, I just don't understand it. When April Jones, earlier this year, if you don't know who April Jones is, she is Omarion's baby mama, and she's a reality TV star. She was on Love and Hip Hop, and then she had this thing where she dated Little Fizz, which was, he's also in the group with Omarion. It was some mess there, and then she started dating Taye Diggs, but then they broke up. Listen. She said, hey, y'all, I'm going to be a nurse. And everybody was like, oh, you're broke now. You're broke now. She has a degree in nursing, and she's going to go back to the hospital. Okay? Like, I don't know why even people feel like they need to announce it, but I guess, Neve from Catfish, if you know the popular MTV series Catfish, he came out and said, like, this was a fun run, but I think I'm going to go into tech. I think I'm going to work in the tech industry. People want to announce, like, I'm not famous anymore. I know you're going to ask for a picture. I know you're going to ask me what happened. I know you're going to take videos of me. I know you might make fun of me. I know I might, I might experience scrutiny, but I'm not famous anymore. Go about your day. Go about your day. Allow people to live their lives. So Kevin McCall, no, I don't think that shit is funny at all. However, when I did a little research on who Kevin McCall is, I said, okay, well, damn, he fell out with Chris Brown. So what? We fall out with a lot of people. Y'all already know I have no problem calling people out by name. You, I got a fucking problem with you. But apparently he fell out with a lot of people. Apparently Kevin is known in the industry as being a hothead, somebody that you can't talk to, somebody that you can't reason with. And then I seen this video of Eva Marcille talking about her relationship with him.
It wasn't a relationship that lasted long enough for me to really even know him. And so it didn't start for me until I was pregnant with Marley.
Wow.
And I was pregnant with my child, so.
And that's when the abuse started.
Yep. And then about a month after having Marley, it didn't stop. It got worse, and it got worse with her. And the final straw was when Marley was actually in my arms once. And I was like, I can't do this no more.
Oh my God.
Damn. All right, Eva, don't start.
So I feel sorry. I feel sorry for that girl. I feel bad for that girl. And I feel bad for women that have to deal with it. And, it's actually not a laughable matter. It's something that makes you feel so little. So you really don't want to talk about it. But it really sucks. And I hope that they keep his ass in jail as long as they can.
It says Kevin McCall was charged with one felony of injuring a spouse in 2019. I guess that's what he's talking about when he says he can't see his daughter. He hasn't seen his daughter in 10 years. That daughter is Marley, right? That he shares with Eva Marcille. Eva Marcille is a former top model. He was arrested for refusing to stop live streaming inside of a courthouse during a child custody hearing. I guess he was wanting to show his fans, look what they're doing to me inside of the courthouse, but you can't do that. So he was arrested for doing that. Allegedly, he was arrested for armed robbery and attempted felony, in charge with attempted felony murder and armed robbery in relation to a home invasion. Police say that he was accused of opening the door to allow the intruders to come in so that they could rob and shoot some of the people playing poker. He's had a very checkered past. Here's the thing about abusers. I don't feel sorry for him. I never will. I don't feel sorry for him. I just don't. I don't feel sorry for people that abuse women. I don't feel sorry for women that abuse men. I don't feel sorry for abusers, especially not in this climate. I just don't. I don't have no sympathy. I don't have no empathy. I don't have it. So get a job, Kevin. I'm usually very understanding when it comes to people, especially expressing their emotions. Emotions aren't embarrassing. I don't know why we do that. I share my emotions all the time. I'm a huge crybaby. It is what it is. But I have no sympathy for people that put their hands on women. I just don't. And especially in this sense now of going around and saying, F you, Chris Brown, let's fight Chris Brown. I think Young Thug had tweeted that he was going to give Kevin McCall the $25,000. He said that, maybe Chris Brown was busy. Chris Brown isn't busy. Chris Brown threw a slug at him. Chris Brown isn't busy. Chris Brown knows exactly what's going on. Chris Brown said, Chris Brown said you can't walk over this bridge because you burned it, and you know what's worse than a troll? A broke one. Chris thought the whole thing is funny, okay? So Chris wasn't busy, but Young Thug had offered that, and then I guess once Young Thug figured out everything we just figured out, he said, oh, my bad, man. I didn't know all that was going on. Never mind. So now he lost that opportunity to get $25,000 from Young Thug. Doesn't seem like anybody is feeling bad for Kevin McCall. He is currently online trying to duel. He's trying to duel Chris Brown in a singing competition.
So I know Chris kind of threw a little jab. You know, Chris Brown, Chris Breezy, kind of threw a jab, you know, saying what's funnier, a troll or a broke one? Ouch. You know, when you saw that or heard about that, what went through your mind? I mean...
What went through my mind? All that bullshit's for the birds, and you ain't nothing but a vulture. That's what went through my mind.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, why does Chris owe you the $25K? I guess that's what everyone's asking right now.
I didn't even know. That's why I sold my catalog. You know, when I was going to prison and stuff, I thought it'd give me some money to see my daughters. It helped me from going to prison. It still didn't work. I still did 3 years. But I owe him. It says I owe him 4 songs. Even though I recouped off the first song, Deuces, they said I still have to owe the songs. I got all the songs done, and now they're saying Chris has to sign off. And I have all the emails. So if somebody's lying on my brother, man, I apologize. I don't really apologize about nothing. You better tell them to apologize, brother. But all that thinking people is too rich to talk to people just because I sleep on my granny couch, I'm still a man first.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. I know. So I know Thug offered you the $25K to pay whatever Chris owes you. Will you accept?
Whoop-de-doo. No, I'm just playing. Like, I mean, I don't really want no charity. That was a great gesture. Yeah. I never met Thug, so I would have loved if he really wanted to reach out. He could have DM'd me and gave me his number, and I did all the public stuff, but I accept the gesture. But if you want to work, I'm cool with working. You know what I'm saying? I got some fire for you. We both Leos.
That would be
so you already know that line, and you know what time it is. So I'm a Thugger fan, but yeah, I don't want nobody money. I already earned the $25K. So CB, run that, or whoever you up under, had him run that, and matter of fact, have him run it.
I don't know how well that's going to work out for him. Let's all pray for him, okay? But let's pray for Eva Marcille, and let's pray for Marley, their daughter, together, right? And let's pray for any woman that had to deal with and experience domestic violence, because that's not okay. And that has long-lasting effects, and that's why I do not feel bad. Hopefully the brother gets a job. In this economy, maybe he can make a YouTube. Go on down to KitaSaidIt.com, my Growing Through It journal, or my Balancing My Bullshit Plurnal. And until next time, let me know what you guys feel in the comments, and I will holla.